Exclusive. Sanwo-Olu expose how he has increased Alpha Beta monthly payments to 2.5 billion to fund Tinubu's presidential election, aside the 8.5 billion that comes to Tinubu monthly from Lagos State from tax cuts on him. So, do you think that we have fairness and these people are ready to build their state and to make things better for their people? My answer to you is no. The Babajide Sanwo-Olu, with wanting to have second tenure at all costs, is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that Tinubu becomes elected as president of Nigeria. Of course, to a large extent, he will get his second tenure bid, and probably there is a ministerial position waiting for him, and only God knows exactly, there are things going on in Lagos State. There are children that urgently needs help. Take, for instance, the young man who was given money to, inmates, people were going to the correction center, and despite the fact that he has nothing, with what he has, he was, sharing money to these people, which has made, Obi Kubana to identify the young man. Guess what? What we are seeing is rather different. What we are seeing is from politicians, they don't have the heart of the people at heart at all. All they are doing is how they can foster their next political move. You see, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all that is going on exactly. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has boosted the monthly financial allocation to Alpha Beta LLC from 800 million under his two immediate predecessor to 5.2 billion at present. People Glazier can report as Bola Tinubu begins calling in favor towards his presidential positive election next year. State officials and financial record obtained by the Glazier detail how Sanwo-Olu started paying 2.5 billion to Alpha Beta, the controversial tax procedures for the nation's commercial capital. About a year after the assumption of office, in an arrangement he made with Tinubu, was aimed at housing fund for Tinubu's campaign. So this has started immediately he became the governor. A year after he became the governor, it was the arrangement. So calculate every month by month, for 12 calendar months, 2.5 billion, 2.5 million for every month. Okay, let's continue. Our findings suggest a market of how Tinubu still maintains drainful leverage over the states he last ruled and run 2 decades ago. The stretch from Mr. Sanwo-Olu would cover the man's legal credibility without shooting him from political shadows to the center stage. Mr. Tinubu became the first major contender to publicly declare interest in the running of the number one position. My ambition every day is to lead Nigeria, he has said. This is my long life ambition. Alpha Beta was incorporated in 2002 to handle complicated tracking and reconciliation of internal generated revenue in Lagos. Mr. Tinubu was governor at the time, and the probe monthly and the pliable state assembly set the firm monthly commission at 10% for revenue. Tinubu concluded his two tenure as Lagos State Governor in 2007, and shortly after, his fingerprints started manifesting around the Alpha Beta business, as he could not be covered anymore since he was no longer the governor. Tinubu alleged greed was blamed for months-long confrontation with Tunde Fashola, his successor, who has pushed back against the abrupt extortment on a monthly base from the state's payment to Alpha Beta. As part of Fashola's efforts to curb Tinubu's excesses, Alpha Beta monthly payments since 2013 hover around 8 million. That was what he could reduce it to. That was the 800 million monthly. According to financial record revealed by the People's Glazier, Mr. Fashola left office after two tenure in 2015. He was succeeded by Akinwumi, who also left the same arrangement of 800 million per month throughout his 4-year tenure. Mr. Tinubu's continued to defer question about his interest in the Alpha Beta, but behind the scene, funds transferred to the firm from Lagos State government account has been directly tracked to the family members, business interests, and political cornels. In November 2020, the Glacier exposed the suspicious financial drainage from the Lagos state government. Alpha Beta Ocean Trust, an offshore shell venture, which Tinubu has been using to empty funds into Lagos-based media group TVC and other businesses he has publicly acquired and owns. In March 2021, the Glacier reported that Tinubu has been under EFCC investigation for the anti-graft since the last August 2020. Tinubu denies corruption allegation and the authorities have yet to bring any charge against him. As early as 2020, but in later than June, Mr. Sanwo-Olu had increased the Alpha Beta shares from the state revenue from 800 million to 2.5 billion monthly. Mr. Tinubu urged and what political observers anticipated would be a hostile race for the party ticket, and he has to comply if he wants to become governor for the second time and not driven out like Akinwumi. So you see, there is real issues going on here, and you want to tell me that there are saints in politics? I maybe there are, but very few. And the bad ones have really covered the good ones, so much so that we don't even know if there are any good persons left in politics. Currently, you and I can tell that hey, the stage is set for more looting if Tinubu comes on board. Yes, the stage is set because Sanwo-Olu will have to be compensated by some means, by some ways. Yes, he has been given 2.5 billion. So how much is he saving for himself? And how will Lagos State, get what he needs to get to really and effectively get, and become, the modern day state he needs to be? There is money in the state. Yeah, people are suffering. People are suffering in Nigeria despite the fact our presidents still go ahead and still borrow money because they have to get more money. It's just a greed, that never gets filled. It's a well called greed that never gets filled. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now. Bye.